Hi, I'm Caitlin.
I'm Linda.
And we are back with part 2 of our ice cream man review. Now we're going to move on to the fresh berry cream. As we mentioned earlier in our previous video, these are a 60-40 VGPG and 3 milligrams of nicotine, just so that we can tell you what the quality of that is. So far with the last one, I think the nicotine quality is pretty good.
I think so, yeah.
Again, child-proof bottles, nice bottle art there, and they do all come sealed, so you know they haven't been tampered with. Alright, so strawberries and cream, let's go. I get lots of berries, but I don't get very much cream. And for a cream flavor, it is a pretty warm vape.
Okay, sorry guys, I have to just state a correction here.
Ooh.
This is a 70 VG, not a 60 VG.
Oh, so was the last one then 60-40?
It was a 70,
okay,
30.
So we will correct that in our comments.
We will, yeah. I apologize for that. I think I have several bottles on the shelves waiting for the review, and I must have been thinking of a different line when I said it was a 60-40. It's one of those kinds of days for me today, so I do apologize, but these are a 70-30, and so that's even better.
Yeah.
For dripping.
Let's get back to the flavor profile a little bit.
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to correct that.
Yep. Are you getting very much cream? I find I get a little bit more if I go with the lower wattages. But up high I get mostly just berries.
So I started at 70 watts. At 70 watts I get a really nice berry flavor.
But just berry, not berries and cream.
Maybe a hint of cream. It's not a lot of cream, maybe just a little hint of cream. Down at 50, I think I pick up a little bit more cream than I do at 70. And you're right, this does feel like kind of a warmer type of vape, so putting this up. Alright, so at like 100 watts, I got this at 98 watts, and actually that's smoother than I thought it was going to be. And I get a little bit more cream actually at 98 watts and less berry is what I'm picking up at higher wattages.
I'm down to 50 watts and I'm picking up more cream than I did at the 75.
Yeah.
So,
but still a lot of berry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very heavy on the berry.
Yeah, I found. So at like 98 watts, 100 watts, I'm finding that actually this isn't feeling quite as hot. It's definitely warm because at 98 watts it's going to be warm, but it's not as hot. Like it's just a little bit smoother. It's a smoother kind of warm at 98. Definitely pick up the cream a little bit more and not so much of the berries. So all in all, I'm gonna say I really like the berry flavor. I wish we did pick up the cream a little bit more at the lower temperatures. But again, I think good juice for a tank, good juice for a dripper.
Yeah. My one thing, it's maybe a little sweet for an all-day vape. I think if you could pick up more cream, it would be a little less sweet and a little bit more viable as an all-day vape. But it's a nice treat vape.
Absolutely. And I'm going to end up throwing these in a tank at some point, and so if ever I get around to using my tank and getting all these flavors into there and find that there's a change in flavor, I'll go ahead and update that in the comments and just say, you know, in the tank it's better cream or less cream, or, you know, sweeter or less sweet. So, but for now, yeah, I kind of agree. This is a really nice treat kind of flavor.
Nice and sweet,
if you
strawberry flavor.
Yeah, if you like that sweet vape for all day, probably great for you. Yeah. So,
if you have a real sweet tooth. Alright, so our part 3, what are we going to go on to part 3?
Let's do caramel waffle crunch.
Alright, so we'll be back. Check the next video for caramel waffle crunch from ice cream.